gentlemen, give a big round of applause to President Abraham Lincoln.
First president to have a beard, and I'm not just talking about his wife, Mary Todd.
John F. Kennedy!
Somebody's famous for being an alcoholic. You can't take 2 goddamn shots.
Lucille Ball. Leslie Ornette.
People ask me all the time, what's your name? Ricky, Bessie? We don't care.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin is so fat, his belt declared independence from his pants.
He's Abraham Lincoln. I'm John Wilkes Booth. I won.
John Adams.
Julius Caesar and Cleopatra.
Caesar voice.
Give it up for your peasants. I mean,
You couldn't even do your own stunts.
You invented chlamydia!
Don't roast her.
Sorry.
I just think the second shooter was Joe DiMaggio, guys.
Like Ben Franklin's one of the first bald dudes to get laid.
He was one of the first bald.
I was the original LBJ, though, in the White House. Lots of blowjobs.
I'm really glad you guys are getting mileage out of this book report.
Someone saying our name? Or we just walking out?
just walk out. It's fine.
Gonna say it. Here we go.
My mic!
What's going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome to Historical Roast. This is Ryan Pigg.
And this is Eddie Furth!
Thank you. It is Saturday night, May 16th, 2015, and on this night in history, we roast Walt Disney.
Walt Disney. Let him roast.
How many of you guys have been to this show before? When we were next door? Round of applause.
They're way in the back.
Has anyone been to every single one so far?
The cameraman. Thank you, guys.
Oh man, so who's new to the show? Who's never seen this before?
Everyone,
Welcome.
hey!
Well, thank you guys. Ryan, why don't you tell everyone who hasn't seen the show what they're in for tonight?
This is the show. We bring a historical figure here. He's here. Walt Disney is here right now, and we're gonna roast him with comedians. We've done JFK. We've done Ben Franklin, Lucille Ball.
Abe Lincoln, as you guys saw.
Cleopatra, Julius Caesar. So we're gonna have them in here, and we're gonna disrespect them to their face. Yes, and I'm really excited. I'm confused, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm really confused because I hear all these things like he's a sexist and he's a anti-Semitic and he was a Nazi sympathizer, but his company made Lion King. So I'm kind of torn between. I should like him.
It's tough, right? You want to
Don't like
support
him.
the man, but you read all these things.
And I grew up. I mean, I'm sure you grew up a little bit with Disney too.
Yeah.
I was emailing with him, and he goes, "So if you guys want, I have NSYNC When You Wish Upon a Star in my computer."
Who doesn't have the NSYNC version of When You Wish Upon a Star on their
I
iPod right
definitely
now?
don't have that, Eddie. And
I'm
no
literally
one's
the only
raising their
one.
hands, and they're humoring you if they are.
It was on Disney Mania 1, I think.
Well, all I was like,
It's a fact, guys. There's like facts in the show. That was just one of them.
that was the first fact. Okay.
You were telling me that you had,
No,
you had
I
like
grew
a
up
long
with
history,
Disney.
yeah.
I wasn't allowed to listen to anything growing up besides Christian rock and Disney. So I've memorized, test me. I know every Disney song by word.
What's your favorite? What was your Disney movie and what was your
Friend
song?
Friend Like Me by Robin Williams.
Did you
Always.
sing it? Wait, Ryan,
I know
did you
the whole song. That's a complicated song. It's Robin Williams.
Did
He
you
was
dance
coked
around
up
the
when he was
house and
doing it.
pretend you were the genie?
The house, the garage, the school, everywhere, parking lots, all the
like
time.
that idea.
And Disney's such a big part of everyone's life, and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
My dad worked at Disneyland.
Your dad worked at Disney?
He did the Jungle Cruise, where he's like, over there you'll
That's
see
the
an
fucking
elephant.
best job at Disneyland is the Jungle. Steve Martin
do you
did
know?
the Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise is the fucking. Were you gonna applaud for Steve Martin? Thank you. It's a polite crowd applaud.
Oh yeah. So wait, you worked at Disneyland?
I did. I worked at Disneyland for a while last year. It was a lot of fun actually. I worked. It's actually closed now. Did anyone know Innoventions? The building Innoventions. Yeah, it was a very cool. It's kind of like a science museum and technology museum at Disneyland, and they actually recently had like switched it over and put a bunch of Marvel characters. Once they bought Marvel, there was like Iron Man suits and Thor and Captain America.
The only thing they haven't bought is Harry Potter, and I'm pretty sure that's coming pretty soon. They're gonna wait.
They
Didn't get Harry Potter, did they? No. Okay, not yet.
Look,
They're
if these
close,
Superman movies don't do well, Warner's might be up for sale. That's
don't do well.
I don't know.
They're
They need to
doing
turn the
great.
color
Don't
up on
worry.
them. It's interesting. I learned a lot of really interesting things. Working at Disneyland was very cool. It was a lot of fun. And even on your worst day, you really did know you were going to the happiest place on earth. It was very easy to get along. But there were a couple of really weird Disney-like moments where shit would happen where you were just like, that's very weird. And the first one happened during my training. And the guy who was training us, we ended up asking him about Disney World down in Florida. And he was trying to explain about how when Disney was buying up all the land in Florida, they did something called the Florida Project. And Disney used all these shell corporations to buy up all of Florida so nobody knew it was happening.
Wait,
and
Florida all belongs to Walt Disney?
Here's what he said. I was like, how much land does Disney own?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, consider this. The amount of land they've built on isn't even close to what they own in Florida.
That's a
so
little
all of
terrifying,
Disney World,
though.
they have way more. He said, just pretend it's all of Florida. You'll be that much closer. And I was like, that. I don't want to tell you
The
who it
more
was.
you know. Fact number 2.
It was
Maybe
very
true.
weird.
Yeah.
It was very weird that he and I read this online. Like they have Disney has complete control over that land in Florida. It's like a sovereign. They could do whatever the fuck they want there. It's their own town. It's their own city.
So those crocodiles are Disney crocodiles.
And they can't. If they bit someone, it's not like the U.S. government could come and tell them to get rid of the crocodiles. They're like, no, it's Disney crocodiles.
Oh, I thought they could sing at that point.
So I have some cool pictures from my time at Disney. You guys want to see some pictures?
Ooh. Are they okay with? We're not gonna get
these
sued.
These pictures
I
I actually have never put online. No one has ever seen them because they're actually pictures I wasn't allowed to take. These are like behind the scenes in 2 ways. Thank you.
But you are now, right? You're okay. We're okay to show
I don't
it.
work there. Fuck it.
All right.
I don't care. So the first one. So I worked in this building, Interventions, and they had meet and greets with two characters. One was Captain America. And when they put Captain America in there, it was this new thing, and he was kind of hush-hush and off to the side. And one day I found myself cleaning 3D glasses in the back room. And I look around the corner, and there's Captain America's full costume just sitting there.
So you stole it.
So I put the helmet on. Oh. Can we see the helmet? 3 seconds after I put the helmet on, somebody comes right around the corner and looks at me. I'm like, I'm sorry, please don't tell anybody. And they're like, don't worry about it, son, don't worry.
You don't look anything like Chris Evans.
Before we go, I don't. What could have been? That's what I see in that picture. What could have been? The next one is even more scandalous. I'm not allowed to put this one online because they said they don't want any of their characters being shown in a fighting pose. And so the following picture is not allowed online.
Because it looks like you're going to fight? And
I
Disney
think it's because they think Thor looks scared in that picture. But that was my time at Disneyland, guys.
So you wore this in public all the
yes,
time?
Yes, people from all over the world would come to see me dressed just like that and that guy.
Did you, so did you pick up girls in wearing this?
No.
Okay.
No. It was
That's
Disneyland.
too far-fetched. That's insane.
It was Disneyland. A lot more kids and parents went than single chicks looking to get picked up by that guy. Plus, I was working next to Thor. If any one of us was getting, it was the guy dressed as Thor.
They love the blondes. Is there anyone that you're allowed to? Don't worry, we won't tell anyone. That works at Disney or has worked at Disney. Just like little applause. Nice. This one's for you
That
tonight.
doesn't count. No, that doesn't count. No, but you saw the secret hallways where they bring dead people, right?
I hope that comes back later. So let's talk. So we got some facts about him, right?
Well, that's one of my favorite parts of this show is all the research I do.
Yeah.
I wish I worked this hard in high school. I would have gotten straight A's because I just sit there and watch documentaries, and Netflix and Wikipedia help a lot for this show. So what's one of the things that you learned about Disney? We always like to talk about 3 facts we learned. What's one that you learned?
Well, there's that rumor. You guys know the rumor. I don't even have to say it, but I will. The cryogenic. Well, okay, help me with this word because I told him I was gonna fuck up this word in front of all you people. Cryogenically. Did I do it?
Cryogenically?
So there was a rumor that his head was cryogenically frozen. And the reason that is because a little bit after he died, the tabloids said like, "Oh, he's frozen," and people believed it because he's that rich that the tabloids were like, I think he probably did.
So it would be plausible that he could have done that.
And it was before the moon landing, so maybe he's on the moon right now. You never know.
Honestly, I found like Snopes debunked it. He's not frozen. He's not. They cremated him, and that makes me sad because seriously, there's no more wonder and mystery in the world. Like if Disney's head isn't frozen, waiting to be brought back to life, what am I living for? I don't know.
It's like knowing Han Solo is forever frozen, except he wasn't, and he's dead.
The thing that I learned that was really interesting to me, you know, Disney is the leader in winning Oscars. Like he's won the most Oscars out of anybody all time. He won
Jennifer Lawrence? More than Jennifer Lawrence?
More than Jennifer Lawrence.
She has at least one, I know that.
At least one.
Wow.
He won 22 Oscars and 4 Lifetime Achievement Awards for a total of 26 Academy Awards. The next closest Academy Award winner is 11. It was Cedric Gibson, who's the art director on Wizard of Oz. Wikipedia.
Wow. That's good. Wizard of
26
Oz.
Academy Awards. That's insane. And to think, he's a director. He's a movie maker. It's insane.
Wow.
So
Well, that's impressive.
What about you? What else did you learn?
Oh, nothing. I found out that he made propaganda for Nazis. Donald Duck. Well, okay, I'm not done yet. Donald Duck was a Nazi. That's insane. Everyone's seen it probably. It was like high school people were sending around, but yeah, Donald Duck was like going off to war as a Nazi, and
Disney made over 100 propaganda films for the U.S. Army, and in one of them it depicts Donald Duck as what would be if the Nazi regime took over America, and they make this film where he has to act like he's a Nazi, but everything goes wrong for him, and over 100 of those they made.
He would not get enlisted.
That's like James Cameron helping out the U.S. government, being like, "Oh yeah, no, I got some good ideas, guys. Come on." Like, would we really trust him with bringing down ISIS?
Walt Disney? I don't know. If it was entertaining enough.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know about you guys. I think it's time to bring him out.
Bring out Walt Disney.
Guys, this is the man who made the mouse. This man founded Disneyland, and he is a 26-time Academy Award winner. Let's give a big round of applause to Walt Disney.
You don't have an intern right now, do you? Wait, are you
that?
hiring interns, by the way, for Disney?
No.
That was a question I wanted to ask before. I don't know. I heard they got paid
No,
well.
everyone is just is a cast member. We don't call them interns.
Okay. You can stay in the middle, actually, since it's all about you tonight. You can stand right here.
Thank you, folks. Hi there,
nice
folks.
to meet you.
Now, we have
Good to
some
see
questions. We're curious, because you've been dead for since '66. We have some questions that we've compiled from the audience. No, we haven't.
Reasonable. That's reasonable. To have some questions.
Okay, so first question is, what is your greatest achievement?
Boys, I'll tell you, my greatest achievement is all of your childhoods.
Yeah, in a way, you're
Look
kind
at-
of our father.
Right.
Yeah.
I raised all of you.
You were
when your
around a hell of a
parents
lot
weren't
more than
around.
my father. I can
That's
tell you that much.
Exactly.
I'm standing here, aren't I? Well,
You're welcome.
Speaking of, I spent most of my childhood watching movies that you didn't actually have a hand in creating. I just want to know, out of all the movies that were made after yours, which was your favorite?
So, Song of the South, I made that one. So you're saying after that, it's tough. Well, I told them to put a boner in that mermaid movie, so let's
Good
stick
job,
with
they
that
did it.
one.
They fit 2 in. They fit 2.
Wow.
Fit
Well,
to it.
Thanks, Mike Eisner.
And then the last question is actually really tough, so bear with me. You've been dead for a while. Who do you miss more, your wife or Mickey Mouse?
I got to go with the person who's been with me through and through thick and thin. The reason that I was the man I was, that's Mickey Mouse. Because, mouse is before hose.
Doesn't
Mice. I wasn't the writer. Mice before hose.
Doesn't roll off the tongue. Mice
Ladies
before
and
hose.
gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Walt Disney.
There he is. Show him your love. You'll be sitting right here.
Sit down. Hey, we're right here.
You can sit right there, and we'll bring out your first roaster. That's right.
Not a writer either.
I am. Fine. It's fine.
When Disney was buying up all the land in Florida, they did something called the Florida Project. And Disney used all these